The purpose of an Xbox handheld that doesn't play Game Pass and doesn't really play Xbox games.
What is you talking about, man? An Xbox handheld that don't play Xbox games? Are you serious? It's no different than the ROG Ally. This is revision 2, and the funny thing is, the only reason as to why you ponies are hating on it, because it has the Xbox symbol. That's all it is, man. Because I guarantee if it was Steam Deck, which is quite funny considering that Steam is getting all your PlayStation exclusives, you would be defending it.
Even a lot of Xbox fans are kind of confused, even after seeing it, about what the hell is the purpose. But we kind of saw these teases of it and stuff, but we hadn't actually seen the physical thing. Now, today,
Yo, hold on. I thought you just said that the new Xbox Portable won't play Xbox games. And what do I see right there? Hellblade 2, Forza Motorsport, Indiana Jones, Microsoft Flight Simulator, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, and Halo Infinite. Are you serious, bro? It don't play Xbox games, but this Xbox game's right here, fool. It ain't no different than a ROG Ally. Y'all doing the same thing on the Steam Deck, and yet for some reason the ponies rather defend that, considering that Steam is the same storefront stealing all your beloved exclusive games.
randomly rolled out an update to the Xbox app, if you actually do this on Windows. It now has a clock, Wi-Fi information, and a battery status. So it's very obvious the system itself. So,
It's a ROG Ally too. That's exactly what it is. It's a partnership with ROG Ally, and in this version, it's an Xbox-centric one. That's all it is. So anybody looking forward to a ROG Ally 2, which a lot of people have stated they wanted one, they're going to like this, especially with the Microsoft controller layout. I mean, it looks quite awesome. But I find it so funny that you guys are saying that it sucks because all because it's Xbox on it.
obviously, it's very similar to the Steam Deck. In a lot of ways...
No, it's not. Because this is going to be far better than what you're getting with the Steam Deck. What are you talking about, bro? You're going to do far more things. The power is way more in the ROG Ally than, especially with the Part 2, than what you're getting with the Steam Deck at this point. How are you guys still defending the Steam Deck when the majority of your PlayStation games are going to it? That's what I find so ironic, man. The same dudes talk about how Sony got exclusives are the same people out here defend. Nothing wrong with the Steam Deck, mind you. But I find it so funny because that's exactly where PlayStation is putting all their games on, which is Steam. And you can play them through the Steam Deck, which also means that Sony is third party and multi-plat. But let's save that for another argument.
People think that they like these grips more.
Yeah,
I
it looks
will
good.
admit that I'm very, very obsessed with my Steam Deck. I've talked about it a lot, and this device is going to essentially...
And this is going to be more powerful than it. So if you like the Steam Deck, then I don't understand as to why you don't like the ROG Ally. Because even the ROG Ally, at least from what I know, is more powerful than the Steam Deck. This is the ROG Ally 2. So the type of games you're going to be able to run on this thing is going to be incredible. But yet, we already know why you're hating on it, because it got the Xbox logo. That's all it is.
very similar to this, which is a pocket PC. So if you've never played with a Steam Deck...
So if it's similar to what you already have, why aren't you excited for it? Oh yeah, ding, 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 ding. Good answer, Carl, because it's Xbox branded. Do you guys see how much they hate Microsoft? These guys say, we hate Microsoft so much that you continue to still give them your money. No matter which platform you people are playing on at this point. Y'all giving you... How can you hate a company so much, but yet... time and time again, continue to give Microsoft money, which is only going to keep them in business.
These things are glorious. It's able to basically play every single one of your Steam games, but you can also play a lot of stuff that's on Steam that seems kind of crazy.
Oh yeah, I see that, Spider-Man. Don't hide that game. Look at it. Look, let me slide that one out of there. I don't want people knowing that I can play PlayStation exclusives on my Steam Deck.
Spider-Man, I've been playing a bunch of Spider-Man on my Steam Deck.
I thought the game was exclusive, though.
And just even being able to swing around and stuff like that. You can also put emulators on it. Like mine, I've been playing a lot of stuff like PlayStation 1 games in 4K 60 FPS.
What you can't do on the PS5. Oh, I thought Sony said y'all were the favorite. I thought you said that PlayStation... Well, it's Emulation, I understand that. But these narratives that you guys say that PlayStation, Sony makes sure that they give us the top priority experience, and you can play 4K 60 FPS of games of PlayStation 1 titles on your Steam Deck, but yet you can't do them on PlayStation 5, which is even more powerful than what you're holding in your hand. That just goes to show you how out of touch Sony is with its own gaming community.
It's glorious. This is going to be able to do that. The entire
So if it's able to do that, then what? Bruh. If it's able to do the same thing that you're doing with the Steam Deck, then why can't people get excited for this? Oh, I forgot. Because it's Xbox branded.
Series of ROG Allies that have already been existed, they're able to run emulators. But you're probably going, okay, what makes this different? What makes this special? What makes this actually an Xbox handheld? Well, for some reason, Xbox themselves thinks this is a good idea. Like, oh, look, it does have an Xbox button.
And that's what they're upset about. They're upset at the fact that it has an Xbox button on it. Because if it did it, you would even go as far to make a video like this, man. You guys are grasping for straws just so you can make these negative videos on Xbox, which is fine, like I said. But it just goes to show you the hypocrisy in the community, man. How can you guys go as far to say, oh yeah, it's very similar to the Steam Deck, but then you go as far to hate the ROG Ally, even though you just said that it's similar to the device that you already currently own, which is doing essentially the same thing and it's more powerful.
It does have these, basically the standard XYBA. To me, though, something about this looks kind of clunky. I mean,
because it's Xbox. It's clunky, really? There ain't nothing clunky about Xbox's controllers. Matter of fact, they got the best controllers in the world, in my personal opinion. They're the most comfortable. PlayStation 5 joysticks are trash. They get stick drift, no different than Nintendo Switch. That is just my personal opinion. I mean, I know some people would argue that, but hey, I think the Xbox controller is by far one of the best that we have in gaming. That's why when most people play on PC, they use an Xbox controller and they don't use a PlayStation 5 one.
Here, the white version definitely looks better, but a lot of people are kind of like, okay, what's the point? Now, I wanted to skip...
What do you mean, what's the point? This is going to be more powerful.
This Tom Warren tweet. Now, Tom Warren, one of the senior editors over at the handheld devices like this, micro PCs, these aren't exactly a normie focused device, right? I mean, I guess the people that are willing to buy a $500 handheld and play Spider-Man on it for a full $40 price, this is not people that are exactly walking in off the street.
So why are you upset about the same thing with the ROG Ally? We understand what type of market this is. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad device, and that doesn't necessarily mean that it sucks. See, it's so funny that the only time you guys want to say that Xbox is dead, Microsoft sucks, but you say Microsoft is dead, but then you continue to support their games, which is only helping them, keeping them alive. You guys say that Xbox is trash, all because it's labeled or branded as an Xbox platform, or it has an Xbox button or an Xbox configuration on the layout of the portable. Now all of a sudden it sucks because Microsoft had involvement with it?
You can't buy a freaking Steam Deck at a Best Buy and stuff. This is not exactly the typical normal casual experience. The ROG Ally and the Xbox PC, they're focusing on that audience, the incredibly niche, hardcore, tech-focused enthusiasts.
And what's wrong with that?
It does feel like even those fans, the people that are on Twitter replying to tweets at 9 freaking a.m., what everybody else thinks about it. I thought it looked terrible, but sometimes...
But what makes it look terrible? What are you talking about, bro? The ROG Ally is... Bro, come on, bro. You just said the ROG Ally and the Steam Deck are very similar. How can you go as far to like... I'm not saying I think the Steam Deck is amazing too, but how can you go as far to diss the ROG Ally and then also be a fan of the Steam Deck? Now, we're not even going to throw sales into the equation because I don't think the sales represents the quality of the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck is a great portable device. I don't care about how well it's sold. We understand it's a niche audience. You can't necessarily mass buy them in stores. We get that. You know what I mean? You got to find ways to get them. But the point is, that doesn't make it a bad device.
Obviously, I'm just one man's opinion. It's interesting that everybody is like, okay, this thing looks terrible. So it's just a new ROG Ally X. Now, the ROG Ally is a good series.
Oh, so the ROG Ally is a good series, but apparently it became worse when Xbox decided to put their branding on it. That's funny. That's funny that all of a sudden the ROG Ally was good, but as soon as Microsoft puts their branding on it, now it sucks. Okay, I get you.
They're very expensive, around $600 instead of the $450 to $550 price of a Steam Deck. But I have heard people say that if you're willing to pay that higher price, you're definitely getting more for it. It is interesting to me that
Yeah, just like you get more for that PS5 Pro, even though you run in the same exact game. Bro, you know what, man? I'm sick and tired of these videos, bro. Like, you do this every single video, man. This whole Xbox hate tirade. You just went as far to say that the ROG Ally was good, and now you're out here saying that the new Xbox Portable is terrible. This is exactly what it is, bro. It's a ROG Ally 2. Anybody looking forward to that regardless if it's Xbox or looking for the new advancements in the ROG Ally, are going to enjoy this, regardless of what you're saying, bro. Okay? It clearly has more power underneath the hood, so if they're enjoying what they're getting with the other previous one, of course they're more likely going to like this one. No different than how you ponies like going from PS5 all the way to your stupid PS5 Pro, even though most of your games don't even work well and they have issues. But hey, you still picked it up because you want the Pro label.
Literally everybody is negative about it. It feels like everybody is like, okay.
Imagine chastising gamers for wanting a more powerful portable device when you guys did the same thing, paying close to $800 for a PS5 Pro, and the games barely look any different.
Why are we doing this? I want a smaller handheld again, like the PSP or the PS Vita.
You can't even use that as a proper argument, because even the Switch 2 is bulky. Like, y'all are just, bro, this is why I don't go on Twitter. When y'all sit there and say, what GameStop, why you don't have a Twitter? This is exactly why, bro. You think I have time to argue with dummies? You think I have time to argue so the Switch isn't portable now? All of a sudden? Oh, you want a smaller handheld? Well, guess what? They haven't made a smaller handheld ever since the Switch came out. Okay? What are y'all talking about, bro?
I've been seeing this specific sentiment a lot, which is that there used to be dedicated gaming handhelds. Like, consider the fact that when you played the PSP, not only did it have good games and stuff, not only could it play PSP,
I gotta skip fluff.
I gotta bring a carrying case. I do miss the era when we used to actually get a purely dedicated handheld.
Well, I mean, it's still handheld. I mean, you have to play it in your hands. You know what, bro? I'm not even doing this anymore, bro. Like, I mean, so it's not a handheld? I don't care how bulky it looks. It's not a handheld. Please don't tell me that's not a handheld, because I can clearly look at it and it looks like a handheld. I mean, you need to hold it with your hands, and you got to hold it with your hands and held it, right? That would make it a handheld, because you're holding it with your hands, right? You know what, bro?
Now,
I can't, bro. I can't do this no more.
Something is actually graphically intensive, not fantastic, which is part of the reason I've been playing a lot of emulators and stuff on this.
Yeah. But that ain't going to be the problem with the ROG Ally 2.
That if I'm playing a PS1 game, the battery life's like 10, 12, 15 hours, Whereas I'm playing Spider-Man, the battery life is about 2.5 hours if I'm playing with
and it's going to be very similar to that on the Switch 2 as well. So it's no different.
Current stuff like Hellblade and Halo Infinite and stuff.
But you just said they don't play Xbox games, though. How are you going to bring... Bro, hold on.
It's actually supposed to be playing roughly current gen games, if it's supposed to actually be able to play current stuff like Hellblade,
which is an Xbox game. You said it did it, bro. You know what? We're gonna let him hear what he says, and then we're gonna go back to where you said it don't play Xbox games. Okay, go ahead.
And Halo Infinite and stuff.
Okay.
I am a bit in the frame of mind where I'm thinking,
and we're gonna end the video right here. Hold on, guys. I got you. Hold on.
But the purpose of an Xbox handheld that doesn't play Game Pass and doesn't really play Xbox games, even a lot of Xbox fans are kind of confused.
Yeah, I'm most definitely confused, because you know why? You don't even know what you're talking about, bro. Look at that. He don't play everybody game, though. He don't play everybody. What you talking about? This is it? But he don't play everybody. Bro, we're done. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, man, this dude is a complete clown, bro. Like, I'm very surprised how people can even take this guy seriously in this community. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And like I said, take care. Peace out.